Hey gang, welcome to Mzansi and USA News. This is a short video, it should be a short clip of Alexander Ikweche, a House of Representative in Nigeria. He's a senator. And here he receives a delivery from a Bolt driver of some snails which he had purchased for him to eat. What is rather interesting about this is the violation of the human rights of an ordinary citizen from Nigeria. He really violated this gentleman's rights to the nth degree. I want to start the video from the beginning so that you can hear him and his utterances and his entire conduct. Listen to this. Oh, before I let you listen to that, you may want to know why is that important. It is important because Nigerians keep on imposing themselves on our local issues and pretending as though South Africans are oppressed in the land of their birth, right? Precisely because we are cohabiting in this land with white people. So every single offense committed by white people, if there is a black-on-black violence in South Africa, they never really report it. But they proliferate Twitter and all the social media talking about the crimes that are being perpetrated by white people versus black people in South Africa. What they fail to understand is this. Whenever you have a population, it doesn't matter how the formation of the population is. And that's why I'm showing you this, because these are black people perpetrating in their own country this violence against each other. Why? Because that's exactly what happens when you have a group of individuals who stay together. We stay with white people in South Africa. So from time to time, they will commit crimes. Why? All humanity has sinned and fallen short of the glory of God. So humanity is faulty, right? There is no need for us to take a crime perpetrated by any of us and pretend as though there is a crisis. Nigerians are tribalistic and racist to the core. We know this from so many videos which I can show you, but I'm not going to bother doing that because I've done a video to that extent. In fact, I've done 2 videos that demonstrate their tribalism. The point of this video is to show you how they are even ill-treated. Last week I did, or early this week, I did a video that shows you how their government has kidnapped minor children of school-going age and imprisoned them for 3 months without their parents' knowledge of their whereabouts. Can you imagine that? Now here is a member of their House of Representatives, a senator, ill-treating an individual. Now check this out. This, you see the boy that you see on the screen there carrying a cell phone? That's a young man that was beaten up. Sure, he was not beaten to a pulp because he lived to tell the story. And fortunately for him, he was able to record this story. So let's hear what the House of Representatives, his name is Alexander Ikweche.
Do you know who I am? I don't want to know, sir. I just came in anything. So you think I will give you my money with the way you have spoken to me? I did a job for you and you have to pay it, sir. You will not see any, you will not see penny from me. With this level of disrespect, you're very stupid. Madam, who is this stupid boy that you sent to my house? How can this stupid idiot come to my house and tell me that I'm supposed to come and meet him in his car and pick up snails that I'm buying from you? Can you imagine this rat? I can make this man to disappear in the whole Nigeria and nothing will happen. Can you imagine?
Can you imagine this rat? I can make this man disappear in the whole Nigeria and nothing will happen. This is a member of the House of Representatives saying this concerning a fellow citizen who, through his taxes, pays his own salary. Can you imagine that? Something like this can never happen in our own country, or at least it has never happened in South Africa, and it can never happen, and that individual remains a member of parliament. It's just that simple. Yes, we have a lot of rhetoric amongst politicians talking to each other, but never against citizens, let alone that he's calling him a rat. This is a pre-genocidal language. We know this because when you look at genocides like Rwanda and many other places, this is exactly how they call one another. Let's tune in.
This rat. I'm not going to give this boy 1 naira of my money.
You've been insulting me, sir, and I'm being quiet.
I pray that you do. I'm not going to call my policemen to beat you up. I will beat you up. I will show you that I'm a big brother to you.
I am not going to call my policeman to beat you up. This person is a member of parliament. Can you see this? And he is literally usurping the authority of the police by telling this young man that he is not going to call his policemen to beat him up, meaning the police are serving at his courtesy as a senator. How can this be correct? By a group of individuals who keep on insisting that South Africans are oppressed in their own country. How can this be correct? This makes absolutely no sense. Now, of course, they may want to argue to say, yeah, but it's a black person who's doing this, it's not a white person. Of course, there are no whites in Nigeria. If there are, there is probably 1 out of the 260 million. But generally, honest Nigerians will tell you there are no whites that inhabit Nigeria except they are there for business purposes. Nevertheless, I digress. The point is, it doesn't matter who is behaving like this. This is lawlessness. This is a crime, right? And therefore, people who are experiencing things like this in their own country should not be, whilst they are foreigners in a foreign land, behave in a manner that is unbecoming. And why? Because wherever human beings gather, there is always going to be something, a deviation from prescription, where one individual will either take a law unto themselves, right? But I'm showing you their attitude and how they are treated in their own country by their own parliamentarians. As I've already indicated, I've showed you this very week early, a video wherein their government is treating them, how Nigerians are treated by their own government. The treatment they receive here in South Africa is the reason why they are misbehaving, because our government is literally applying our constitution that they have an inherent right to dignity which must be respected and protected, right? That is why they cannot be treated like this by members of our parliament or by our police. But look at how they are treated by their own people in their own country. That's why they are running away from their country. Check this out.
I will slap the hell out of you and I will lie you down, lock you in my generator house. How dare you?
Why should you do that?
Who the hell do you know who you're talking to? Do you know where you are? Because you saw me sitting outside here?
It doesn't matter, sir. Pay me, let me go.
Look at this monkey.
I don't care what I am.
Are you even looking at me that you can beat me? Or are you looking at me? What? Who the hell do you think you're talking to? Do you know who I am? I'm a senator of this republic. Do you know who the fuck I am? You see this place? You suffer. I'll deal with you.
Are you slapping me, sir?
I just did. Slap me back. Come and get out of this place.
I need my payment, sir.
Come on, collect.
All right, so this is where I am. I just got 3 slaps from this man here, just because I told him to come and get his stuff and pay me my money. So he's claiming that
Tell them my name is Honorable Alex Ikweche. I'm a member of the House of Reps. Tell them I slapped you.
Okay.
Call the Inspector General of Police. Call him. Let him come.
Okay.
You came to my house to disrespect me.
I didn't disrespect you. I said pay me my money and let me leave.
So now he claims that this young man has come to his house to disrespect him. Where is the disrespect? If this thing was not recorded, he would obviously get away with it because they are used to getting away with such brutality against their own people. This is ridiculous, right? And they come here and act like little journalists whom nobody has appointed to do so. Instead of doing in Rome as Romans do, they come here to misbehave and create an impression that we are oppressed. This is absolute nonsense. Now, Ikweche has obviously apologized, but rather what is interesting about this entire story is that Ikweche has not been arrested, right? I've just showed you a video earlier this week where 114 children who were protesting against bad governance in Nigeria were arrested since the 2nd of August. That's 3 months ago. And their parents were not told where the kids were being kept. And they were not fed. For doing what? For assaulting anybody? No, for marching against bad governance. And here is a member of the House of Representatives, a senator. He calls himself the Honorable Alex Ikweche. Assaulting, you saw it, assaulting an individual on video, and still he was not arrested. So you can see that Nigeria is literally an animal farm. So the next time you hear them talking nonsense in South Africa, bear what I've just showed you in mind. That in their own country, they would literally, it's a police state. They are harassed by their own police just for a peaceful march of marching against bad governance. An Uber driver delivers food to an individual. He greets, just to give you a little bit background of the story, he greets Alex. He's seated there. He greets him twice. The man does not respond. Why? He's a senator. He's an honorable senator, okay? He doesn't greet everybody. He's too high. He has to condescend to open up his mouth to speak to this rat, because you heard him calling this man a rat. He called him a rat, and then there's another animal that he used in this very same conversation. The young man greeted him twice. He did not respond. And the young man picked up his cell phone to call the number to which he was given to deliver the snails. And it so happened that the phone that rang is the phone of the same individual whom he greeted. And he was asking him to come and fetch his snails. This is what he calls a disrespect. This is ridiculous. And this is how these people are treated in their own country, by their own political leaders and by their own police. And they come in our country enjoying the freedom that we enjoy, and they now suddenly will take an isolated incident of a white man committing a crime. You know, there are videos online about the white man that killed 2 women and fed them to a pig. That man is in jail as we speak in South Africa, but they will never tell you that. Okay, and then they will be telling you about the Hartebeer sport, how that a black man's business was bent down because there are no-go areas in South Africa. That's complete mumbo jumbo. And I did a video to that extent to even demonstrate that in Nigeria, there are areas where they are not allowed in their own country, like Chinese shopping centers where Nigerians are not allowed, Indian schools where Nigerians are not allowed. And here I'm demonstrating to you what a member of their own parliament, who has not been arrested by their police, this is the disrespect these individuals are used to. And they come to our country, and our government, under the leadership of the ANC, has practiced lawlessness of open borders, and to this extent has extended our constitution, which I strongly believe today, having read it over and over again, it does require certain amendments, because it seems to be too generic in terms of its protection. And it is also being used against government by these foreigners who are here illegitimately, particularly when they are being supported by the NGOs. But that's a separate video altogether. The purpose of this video is to demonstrate to you the barbarism, the inhumanity to men that Nigerians receive at the hands of their own political leaders. Okay? Did this gentleman apologize? Sure, he did apologize. As a matter of fact, he did not even only apologize. This young man right now works for him. After this became a big issue, now suddenly this young man works for him. Now, before you think I'm making that story up, let me show you where I got that from.
Boat driver, Uber driver, taxi driver that begged Nigerians to come and help him out. That one politician in Abuja that claimed he's a senator, he's honorable member. He's threatening his life. He need help. He need help. This same boat driver that begged Nigerians, and Nigerians came for him, is now with the Alex, his oppressor. He's now working in the office of that man that threatened to make him disappear from this world.
Well, you heard it here. Let me love you and leave you. So the next time you meet these charlatans, these individuals, you know, their story is quite amazing. They like to behave like Big Brother. Why? They were liberated 60 years or so ago. But wait a minute. The first African country to be liberated is Ghana. So if we have a big sister, then we're talking about Ghana, not Nigeria. They like to make these claims that are not due to them. They want to receive a respect which they have not earned. Respect is something that you earn. Nevertheless, guys, let me love you and leave you. You tell me what you think down below. Ciao, ciao.